Hey, fellow YouTubers, fellow Life Path 11s, fellow life travelers. If you're sensitive like me, if you're an empath like me, if you can feel what's happening in the stars, just like the moon is controlling the tides of the ocean, then stick around with me. Create this mastermind with me. Join me a couple times a week. We'll pull cards together. We'll remember who we are. We'll remember to set our own intentions. We'll remember to focus on the things that make us feel good. That's what we're here for. So hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified when I post a video or go live, and let's spend time creating balance through our habits and creating our focus through our habits that give us the experiences that we want to draw toward us in our lives. Good. So, this week, Saturn will station in Capricorn and begin to slowly move direct over the next 29 years. And Saturn is all about business and government and structure and hard work. I'm sorry, that's Capricorn. Is all about business and structure and hard work and government. And Saturn, I pulled the Saturn astrology card to see what it said. The part of you that accepts challenge to gain wisdom. Over the next 29 years, the next 2 or 3 generations, if you think about it, a couple generations, there will be challenges, and it will be up to us to choose to learn and grow through these challenges for our highest good. And in order to do that, we need to focus our habits. We need to be intentional. We need to be intentional on how we are habitual. We need to be intentional with our habits. So the way we think is a habit. We dwell on things, or we watch the news, or we watch little animal shows that make us feel good. Different people do different things. Some people are focused on work. Some people are focused on what they're going to accomplish in this next year. Everybody is different. You have to apply this information to you however it applies in your life. But where we want to shift in this changing time, and December 21st, as our solar system completes its 26,000 year cycle, I've heard some different, it's either a 24,000 or a 26,000 year cycle. I've heard some differing information around our galaxy and comes back to 12 midnight. We want to be in a place where we habitually know we are creating our future through our feelings, our thoughts, and our focus. So when we find ourselves thinking something, watching something, dwelling on something, maybe engaging, watching a TV show, movie, anything that doesn't feel like the direction we want to go, the first step is just to notice, oh, I'm doing that, and that is taking me in a direction that wasn't really where I wanted to go, but I really want to watch this, or I really want to think about this, or whatever it is. I really want to be engaged. Okay. Well, the next time you're like, oh, I'm thinking that again, and maybe this time I want to stop and think about something else. Oh, but I'm really riled up. Okay, well, but I'm noticing it, and next time I'm going to stop. So you want to then give yourself a tool. Okay, what am I going to do? Well, when I find myself doing this, that, the other, I'm going to turn the music on and I'm going to dance. I am going to change my state, as Tony Robbins says. I am going to make my move and change my state. It is time for us to create our balance through our change of habits. And eventually we will go, oh, I was going to go there, but you know what? Instead of thinking that, I am going to focus on what do I want to do on my next YouTube video? How do I want to present? What? So that's an intentional shift of focus that will create a balance through eventually becoming a habit of doing what is taking us in the direction of our ultimate desires rather than just flowing along life with whatever comes up next. So, let's pull a couple of cards and see what the tarot has for just some general messages for today. I always like to pull some cards because we can get messages from the universe. I connected and cleared before I turned on the camera. Or and that card down there, it just didn't even want to be counted. Oh. So my rule is if the card lands face down, it's not for me. But if the card lands face up, then I have to take it. The Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is a card of endings and new beginnings. And swords are all about our thoughts. So when this Ten of Swords comes up in reverse, it says that we are not wanting to let go. That some of us are going to need to make a little extra effort to step out of the fight and to let go of whatever it is that's holding us down. Because in this ascension process that we're all in, these thoughts are holding us back in that 3D and not allowing us to grow. So we want to reverse this card. We want to let those thoughts go so that we will be able to get up and be our best selves. When I was a young child, nobody ever talked to me about being my best self. Nobody ever encouraged me as a child just to be my best self. Go to school, learn this, do this. And there was always something to be measured against and something to be made wrong for, instead of be your best self. If you have kids, help them learn to just be their best selves and enjoy that, rather than always having to be measured. The Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is the card of stealing away. And sometimes, sometimes I consider this a card of doing what's necessary for ourselves, stealing away to take care of ourselves, self-care, checking on the kids. You know what? You'll be okay for a few minutes. I'm going to go take a bath. I need some me time right now. He also came up in reverse. We are holding on. Many of us are holding on in this difficult time to what we believe is right and just and true and good. And it's a time that we're going to have to let those expectations go in order to find the balance. Because just like other habits, how we view our expectations of the world and others are just habits. And those are things that we are also going to want to let go. Because this is a new time and it is very emotional and it is a painful time. I recognize that. And part of our pain is in holding on to the old ways. And part of what is going to turn this cup upright and make this new emotional way not so painful is our letting go of the resistance to it, is our re-choosing a new focus, looking at our habits, seeing what our final intentions are, what is it that we really want, and are the things that we're being habitual about, are they getting us toward our goal? And the death card, endings and new beginnings, and he came up upright. This is a time for us to change. This is such a big time of change on our planet. Again, like I said, unlike none other. We are the way showers in a time on the planet that hasn't happened before. So join me in remembering who we are. Click that subscribe button. Click the bell to be notified. Check in with me. Remember that it is up to us to change our habits, to create that balance through our own focus and our intention, to put down the burdens of things that we cannot control and that our focus won't help. It's just like pushing a brick wall. We need to put those burdens down because right underneath them, the world is waiting for us to step through. When we find our balance through creating the habit of seeing what we want instead of looking at what's happening, we will create, again, endings and new beginnings. 3 cards of endings and new beginnings. We will step into the new world. We are creating this world together through our thoughts, through our intentions, that are our new habits that we're creating. Let's do this together. Take care. Be well. From my corner of the world to yours.